So a Latino political organization posted a Craigslist ad offering $1,000 to voters who will publicly endorse Kamala Harris. The organization is called Voto Latino, and it's a nonprofit that is supposed to register all Latinos to vote, but instead it's opted to use its influence to pay people to publicly endorse Kamala. Savannah put out a whole tweet thread on this, so we're going to run through that slowly but surely so that you get all the aspects of this story. So like Sav says, Voto Latina is an organization that targets, quote, Latinx voters, so we can already tell from that word where they stand politically. And they put an ad out on Craigslist offering to pay swing voters up to $1,000 if they join their social media campaign and publicly endorse Kamala. The organization is looking for former Latino Trump supporters that are now going to be voting for Kamala Harris. They're offering $100 for an initial interview and up to $1,000 if voters are willing to publicly share that they once supported Trump but are now voting for Kamala. You can see this is kind of the Google Doc right here that she had access to. And Savannah goes on to say this is not the organization, it's just Savannah reporting, saying that this is another example of the Democratic Party trying to pay influencers and voters to publicly support the current Democratic ticket. Voto Latino also has $44 million given to the largest Latino-focused registration and turnout campaign in U.S. history. That's what they've committed, the $44 million. They've committed to endorsing Kamala Harris for president. This is the same organization that has worked to stop proof of citizenship laws. So they don't want you to have to show that you're a citizen in order to vote in U.S. elections. They also stopped the Clean Elections Act, or Clean Elections USA, which is an organization that stops people from engaging in certain drop box monitoring activities. So they want to put restraining orders on people that want to ensure that people are only dropping off their ballots at ballot boxes. And then they even invested $1 million. This is Voto Latino. Again, they invested $1 million to stop the recall efforts against Governor Gavin Newsom back in 2021. They, quote, mobilized 600,000 young Latinx voters in the state, helping to stop the recall against Gavin Newsom for doing a quite piss poor job, if I do say so myself. And in my mind, the next logical step to this is paying people to get out and vote. Like, if we're paying people to provide testimony that they otherwise wouldn't do to influence an election, don't you think that the next logical step would be paying people to vote when they otherwise wouldn't? I was reading the comments on Savannah's post too, and a lot of them were asking whether this is legal. So I went and did a little bit of research, and obviously with some background knowledge too. I do not believe that there's anything illegal with compensating people for their time for an interview. Now, I will say that doesn't mean it's not incredibly deceptive and inauthentic, but I don't think it's illegal.